How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be quickly showing you how to route the pull tab kit, as it is a little different than other shock cord retention systems out there. And so we're going to be quickly showing you that on a flex and on a placard. That way you can actually see how a pouch versus a placard would get the treatment. It's honestly very similar, but we're going to work through both of them just to give you an idea. Inside the kit you get 3 of these tabs and then 3 lengths of shock cord. What makes these tabs different is that we actually house the knot inside the actual tab so that you're not trying to store the knot somewhere on the exterior or the interior and it's like pushing up on the mag or anything else like that. We get that all stored inside the tab itself, and so we'll go ahead and get started with that. So you're going to take your 1 length, route it through the front, and then you're going to take that side and you're going to punch it all the way across through both of these holes. So it goes all the way through. And then whichever system you have on the back for routing that, you're going to continue this guy. So for here, we go through the half increment molly on the back, go back up, and you're really just snaking through the system till you get back to the other side, where you will insert your shock cord through that hole, and then you'll have it come out the middle just like that. You'll take your other end, do the same thing. So now this shock cord is passing through one side and then going through this other way. Now you can see we're going to take these 2 loose ends, we're going to tie that knot, and then we're going to stow it inside. But first, we probably should get these to be a little more even with each other so that our pigtails line up. So we're just going to go through, just like that. Balance it out. And then you can just take this and just tighten it down temporarily just so it gives you a lot of length to work on with the knot. Make your clean overhand knot, no twists. Keep your pigtail short for now. And then don't crank it down too hard, just get it tight enough that you can play with it. And then you're going to pull the shock cord so that the knot starts to go in, and then right beforehand, turn the pigtails internal, and then use your finger to push it in until it's in the middle point, and then just pull the slack out on each end. And now your knot is stowed within the tab. From there, this is a bit lopsided. You're just going to redistribute that length again so that this just naturally rests at the top like that. So now we can actually test this out by pulling it to the side, inserting our magazine, getting it situated all the way in, pulling our tab on top, and then we can decide whether or not we like that retention or not. If we want this to be tighter, we can tie that knot a little lower and then trim off the pigtails. If we want it to be looser, there obviously is a maximum to this length of shock cord, but in that event, you would take another piece of shock cord that's 1/8 inch in diameter and then run it through here. But now we have a pull tab that has the knot stored so that there is nothing on the back and nothing on the front. So that is how you do it on a pouch like this. But moving on to a placard, working on the placard is very similar. It's going to be the same steps, just in a little bit different location for where we route the shock cord on the placard itself. So we're going to take our mag out of the way so we can actually work in this space here. And on some of our newer rams that are just an inline change, nothing special, you'll see that they actually have shock cord tabs there. You could work off of those or work off the placard. But for this video, we're going to work off the placard as this has a lot more mounting options to it. We're going to get our patch out of the way since we're doing this middle one, and take that length of shock cord, and on this back side, we're going to pass it through 2 of our loops back here. And we're going to make one length about 2/3 longer than the other, as this one has to go through the whole system and then meet up with this other shorter end. We're going to take our tab, it's going to punch through both holes straight across. And here it does help to have a tool with molly, but you're going to basically pass this through just like that, the whole molly slot. Then you're going to do the reverse on this side, where you're going to come into the slot and up, just like that. And now, just like before, go through only one hole, have it come out the middle port, same thing on our back side. So now our pigtails meet up in the middle. We're going to tighten this down so we have a little bit of room to work with. Make our overhand knot. No twists in it, ideally. Just so the smaller the knot, the better. Make that nice and tight there. And then we're going to have it get sucked up into the port. Flip the pigtails so they point internally, like that. We're gonna tuck that knot into the port and then pull on our shock cord. And if you want, you can use a tool or a pen or something like that to just kind of push the knot a little more centered. And now we just need to redistribute the shock cord so that everything is lining up nice, and so that this will basically be exactly where you need it to be. So now it's kind of resting in that position. And when we take our mag to test the retention there, just slide that in, pull it on top, and that is retained pretty well. So that is essentially how you would use the pull tab kit on a placard, and you could choose to run it on all three, on just two of them, and then leave a speed reload cell. It's really up to you. Each of these kits comes with three, so if you are running the quad at the moment, you do need to get a second kit, but then you have 2 extra tabs to run on other things as well, as we do prefer these pull tabs, and they have a little bit of a friction material on the top so that you can help ID that a little bit easier tactilely. So hopefully this helps, and thanks for your time.